Hello guys, this is Kyle with Pixel Related, and I was lucky enough to get a preview build of the Escapists 2, which I'm going to check out. And of course I played the original Escapist back in the day when that came out, 3 years ago I want to say. So this is a preview build. It is not the final version of the game. There are some things missing here. So for example, this criminal record over here, the leaderboards, not available at this point, although they will get there at some point. For those of you unfamiliar with what exactly the Escapist is, it is a prison escape simulator, essentially. Let's jump into it and let's take a look at that. I have been playing some, as you can see here, but I'm going to just start a new game. I was trying to remember what all of this. I want to say that something like this was in the game, but basically, you can customize every single person that shows up in your map. The guards, the prisoners, like you can rename them, you can change how they look. It is actually super in-depth what exactly you can do. I'm not going to mess with any of that right now, though. We're just going to jump into the game and see how it is. So far from what I played, the Escapist 2 is definitely very similar to the original Escapist. The goal of the game is still you're just a prisoner doing prison life and you need to break out of prison. Let's see here. I have been liking this guy right here. So yeah, the whole point is to escape from prison. But this is prison life, so you have to do some of the, everyday stuff of being in prison. You have to go to roll call, you have to eat, you have to work out. In this early prison, this was the first prison available in the game. It's a very, it's a little, what would you say, a little lackadaisical. You get a lot of free time. They're not super strict. You can roam around a lot. As you get into further prisons, no doubt, and you see it in the second prison, which I probably won't show in this video, but things definitely get a little bit more locked in. There's an afternoon roll call in the second prison, which is not in this one, so you get a little bit less freedom. Definitely remembering from the first game, you get to some of those later prisons, they really became difficult. They really limited your freedom. I mean, it's prison, so that makes sense, obviously, but yeah, it's real good. One thing that's pretty clearly noticeable if you've seen anything from the first Escapist is that it has received a very nice graphical overhaul as far as how it looks. The first one was very, very pixely, and then this one is still pixely, but it's got kind of a fresh coat of paint on it that seems really nice. So we're going to start. We're going to wake up. We're going to go to roll call. There's a lot of prisoners in this prison. And so you see a bunch of stuff going on here. See people that have exclamation marks over their heads. That means that they have quests that I could take up. Apparently I'm supposed to stand here. People with coins over their heads means that I can buy stuff from them. But really how you escape prison is completely up to you. And I don't know if I'm going to do this video long enough to actually escape from prison. We'll see how we do. I have successfully escaped from this prison. But kind of the idea is kind of go through just the life of being in prison. Wow, that's a weird name. Everything's randomized, it's kind of like I was saying. But every day follows a schedule. So for example, first day here, they want you to get some food. Chomp, 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 nom, nom, nom. I don't need food right now because I haven't done anything exhausting. Now we got these missions here. Let's see here. Let's see. He needs me to get him some talcum powder. Sure, I'll get him some talcum powder. So if I do quests for people, they'll give you money for them. This guy wants a screwdriver. Sure, I'll get you a screwdriver. J-bomb. Soap. That's easy enough. Alright. Because at this point you can be fairly loose with what you do. let's see here. Oh, I think that guy who wants soap wants me to actually take it from someone. Let's maybe look at a different mission. Oh, it's like a free time, so I can do whatever I want to. So you see on the mini-map there, it's going to show me where this tub of talcum powder is, which is down here somewhere, but I don't... Oh, where is it? Oh, where is it? It is not somewhere that looks like it's easily accessible. Let's check the other one here. I almost wonder if this is glitched. I've never had them be so complicated to find. There's dog. Hi, doggy. I don't think I can go in there. That's the guards' quarters. Okay. So the flow, the game is basically a simple flow. It's, you got to kind of look at your environment and see how you can escape. So, for example, looking here, I can see there's a fence. It seems to be just one level of fence that's blocking me from getting out here. I could try to cut through that. You'll see, let me see how I'll show you. There are vents. So for example, if I climb up in here, I can see the ventilation system, and there's a grate right here that I could cut into and get out that way. Of course, you can always dig your way out. Classic prison style if you want to. But you need stuff. Now this is a very simplified crafting system, unlike the first game, which had a similar crafting system. You actually have all of the recipes loaded up right away, so you know exactly what you need to have, how to make it. Now what exactly that stuff does is maybe a little bit more, harder to say, but like, I can make a potted plant, and I don't know how to make a potted plant right now. But even if I got a potted plant, I'm not entirely sure what to do. What would a pretend flower do? It's hard to say. But different missions and stuff like that will ask you for that stuff. And of course, we got my bunk up here. So this is my room. I can already see that I could probably break through this wall if I wanted to. And get into this kind of back room right here. Let's see. I don't know exactly what that would accomplish. It's something I could definitely do. Try to see where exactly I can go. So kind of game follows a path. Step one is figure out how you're going to escape. And then once you figured out how you're going to escape, it's actually getting out. Like I mentioned, this is still is a preview build. Some of it's a little wonky, so those without some serious figuring out and breaking into stuff, there's no real easy way for me to get to those two missions. So I'm just gonna abandon them, and I'm gonna see if I can get some better ones. He wants art supplies. He wants his mug. All right, let's see if I can do some of these missions. And then we'll continue along our day. So it's job time. As of course in prison, there are jobs available that will pay you money. Like right now, I have absolutely no money. So if I wanted to buy anything from these other people, I would need a job. But right now, I don't have a job. So if I wanted a job, I could apply for one here at the job board. But people have these jobs. So I could do waste disposal, but I would need to build up my abilities, which is something I'll show in just a second. But let's go talk to the job guy. Even though I don't have a job, he'll give me a little bit of money just for showing up, talking to him. It's a lot of. It's a very light-hearted prison game. It's not Oz or Orange is the New Black or anything like that. It's a lot of jokes. Like I said, a lot of lightheartedness. All right, so let's take a look at what we're doing. Let's try to get. We need to get some money here. So let's see if we can find this guy's mug. Big portion of this game is just getting stuff. A lot of times you'll get stuff just from other people's desks. Let's see here. Oh, I'll take that paint. I'm going to need that for something. Duct tape seems good. Oh, he doesn't like what I'm doing. So, I don't think he liked that I was messing with his stuff. Of course, that's always the risk that you take. But it's not that big of a deal. They just take you to the infirmary, you heal up a bit, and then you go about your business. It's kind of one of the nice things about this game is that pretty much everything is fairly low stakes. Messing up is not that big of a deal. You kind of just go back to square one. If you have any items on you you're not supposed to have, you'll get taken from you. Any contraband. Other than that, getting messed up, getting beaten, getting caught while trying to escape, it's not that big of a deal. Sure, maybe they'll throw you in solitary confinement, but, you know, hey, you'll get out eventually. It's prison, you know, you're in here for the long haul. So I'm here to exercise. So we got, in addition to trying to escape, you can also just work on improving yourself. You have strength, you have fitness, and you have intelligence. One more route. Oh, that was tough. So you can see here, strength, fitness, and intellect. Intellect means you need to be smarter so that you can build more complicated things. That so far seems to be the most important. Strength is going to be directly based on how strong you are. If you need to beat up guards, need to beat up prisoners, and fitness, of course, is how much stamina you have. That's the lightning bolt you see on the bottom left of the screen. That dictates how much stuff you can do before you get too tired. Let's see, so we found the mug, so we should just go give him his mug and get some money. No, you're not. You're up. Boom. Now we got 35. Cool. And so now you can see, like, you can buy items from other people, which of course you'll need probably to make stuff. So I think the first thing we'll try to do is we'll try to make a pickaxe to break through the wall of our cell into the little alley behind us. I don't really need food, so I'm just going to go make a showing at dinner time, and then I'm going to go about my business. So let's see what I need to make a pickaxe. To make a pickaxe, we need a crowbar, a handle, and a piece of duct tape, and we also need to have 40 intelligence. I don't have any of that stuff, but we can work towards it. And so, like I was saying, you can either try to open people's stuff and see if you find anything. Like, anything that's contraband is usually going to be pretty helpful. Oop, hope that guy doesn't see me. Oh, he's not gonna like, I'm not doing anything. Leave me alone. Alright. Guards are pretty dumb. Let's see, timber, that'll be helpful. We need to make a handle at some point. Too much stuff, so let's go drop this off in my bunk. But let's get smart. Yeah, so all these activities have little mini games associated with them for getting more intelligence, getting more strength, getting more fitness. And an odd thing, reading is actually a lot more taxing on your energy than working out, which never doesn't make a ton of sense for me. So overall, like I said, the game's not a ton different than what the first one was. Like, this is the kind of the path, and what I'm trying to do is pretty similar to what was in the first one. There's definitely been an overhaul in just how you craft stuff, a lot more streamlined. First one, you kind of had to do the Minecraft thing of either you just put stuff together and try to make stuff, or you look it up online, which is ultimately what I basically did for all my stuff. And then, of course, you got a pretty good overhaul as far as graphics go, which is, of course, appreciated. So there we go. So we got the two things that we needed to make a handle, which is a piece of wood and a file. So we're going to go ahead and make that. And then we're going to go ahead and hide that. Of course, in our desk, we have a hidden compartment so that if my room gets tossed, they will not find my contraband, just leaving my normal junk here. Let's see, what else do I got here? Okay, well, I found the paint. Let's go give it to Tim. Or, sorry, let's go give it to Gabe, I mean. Another thing, which you're not going to see in this video, and really the biggest thing that they added to the Escapists 2, is that the Escapists 2 has co-op, up to 4-player co-op, and that's actually how I've played it mostly so far, is in co-op. And actually some of the stuff in the game is directly based off of having a second person with you, areas that can only be accessible if you have a co-op partner with you, like doors that have to be held open, or we have to press a button so that they can walk through an area. Things like that. The co-op, I think, works really well in a game like this because you can kind of divide and conquer. Like, if you have a set idea of what exactly you're looking for, you could just have people running off. Like, all right, we need 2 pieces of duct tape, we need some nails, we need blah blah blah, and then you can go off and you can try to find that stuff and you pass stuff back and forth as you find it. Build items, hold it, give it to the other people. Whatever that looks like, I think it's a really solid way. So far, all I've played is the local co-op, and I think they maybe got still a little bit of work to do as far as how it feels in local co-op, as far as like interface stuff and splitting the screen. Also does support online, which I have not tried yet. Oh, someone's getting in the fight. Well, that's just gonna have to go on my stuff, and I'll just hope I don't get searched. Oh, it's roll call. I guess we already had dinner done. Okay. Now, if we break through the wall, we are going to run into a small problem, which is it's going to be pretty obvious that we have a hole in our wall. So we're going to have to cover it up using a poster, good old Shawshank Redemption style. So let's see if we can find a magazine. Let's see if any of these guys has a magazine. Oh, there's a crowbar though. You have a crowbar? Yeah, I'm gonna have to buy that crowbar for you. So some of the items are just going to be hard to track down on your own without. They're hard to track down on your own without buying it from other prisoners, or just robbing them from their cells, because they don't. Not everyone keeps all the good stuff in their cell per se. So I think at this point we have everything we need to make the pickaxe. I got this. But like I said, if I break a hole in the pickaxe here, they're gonna instantly find out if they walk by that there's a giant hole in my wall. So we're gonna hold off on doing that until I can find a poster, which is what I need. Magazine. So let's go to bed. we'll tackle that tomorrow. And we'll just take some time this morning and see if we can find a poster in anybody's room. Pretty sure it's in any good crafting game like this. There's a lot of randomization, so it seems like the stuff that they have in their desk changes from day to day. You can tell it's a pretty lax prison. A lot of people just obviously brandishing weapons here. Like this guy's got a whip in his hand, clearly not allowed. This guy's holding a mop. I guess a mop's not dangerous, but no one cares. Alright, so I am not getting searched, so we don't have to worry about that. Alright, again, I'm good on breakfast. There's the warden. Hello, warden. We're going to try to find a poster. If we can find a poster, then we can move forward and break in the hole in our wall. Oh. Another thing that's going to be helpful is extra sheets, so we can put them up on our cell and hide what we are doing. Of course, very important. Oh, there was one. Alright, so now I got free time. You know, don't want people to see the stuff I'm going to be doing. I'm sure my neighbors won't mind that I'm taking their bed sheets. Alright, the other thing I think I needed, so some more duct tape, yeah. I do have durability, as you see there, that I have to deal with. Okay, I'm not going to be able to do much more than that. So now I need to see what I need to do to strengthen my pickaxe. So I need a piece of wood and some more duct tape, as well as I need to have 50 intelligence. So let's go ahead, let's put that in there. Let's see what I can find. Cool, duct tape right there. That was easy enough. Now we need to be smart enough to actually do it. So we'll go hang out in the library a bit, read up some more. So we'll read until we get tired, and then by then it'll probably be about lunchtime. You know, learning's really exhausting. Alright, let's go build this let's go build this next level pickaxe. So ideally, you're probably supposed to just like upgrade it right off the bat. I so far have found it more efficient to use it a little bit and then upgrade it right before it's dead, because then it gets all its efficiency back. There's one other thing I'm going to do. It's always really important, of course, is to make a dummy, so that when I am not in my bed, they won't see me. One thing I haven't explored so far in this map is there's this documentary crew. You see them at the bottom of the screen there, and they're doing something, and I'm not entirely sure what, but there's gotta be a way that you could take one of them out, replace them with someone else, or replace them with yourself, and escape that way. Like I said, I haven't looked into it, but that seems like it could be a really interesting way. Because if you couldn't do something like that, then why would they be there? Let's take a look at the job board again and see what I would need to do to get. I would need to get 60 strength to get that job. Well, maybe I'll work on that later. Alright, so I got my money. Let's go keep putting a hole in the wall. So now, I mean, from what I'm seeing here is I could probably just break through this exterior wall and potentially escape at that point. Maybe. I'm not sure. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of plug away at most of this. My poster up there. So I got this flooded the room there on accident. My bad. And naturally, to escape, we're not going to want to escape in the middle of the day. There are guard towers out there. They will totally shoot you. Which, again, it's not going to kill me, but will send me to the infirmary, and then, or I guess they will probably put me in solitary for trying to escape. So what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to escape at night, and we're going to see where exactly that leads. Since we got some more time for a night, we don't have a ton to do. Let's see if we can do maybe a little bit of recon and see if we can get any type of idea of where that parking lot goes. I mean, it looks... Where am I? I don't think I've ever been looks like to me. I might be home free at that point. It's a little easy, but hey, if it works, it works. Alright, yum yum yum. So let's see here. If I can, just for safety. Strengthen my pickaxe one more time. So it'll read up until we are 60 smart. It shouldn't take too long. Now again, this is a very relaxing, easy prison compared to the other one that's currently available in this game. So in comparison, this one has a lot of free time, one job and then the meals, whereas the second prison has 2 different points in the day where you have to go to job time, which if you have a job you have a quota to meet, otherwise you can get in trouble or get fired. Where are you going? Okay, good. And then like I said, it has 3 roll calls, not just the one in the morning, the one at night, but it also has the roll call during the middle of the day. Man, we are really striking out. Because we'll need... yeah, wood and duct tape, and I don't think I have it either right now. We'll see if we can find it. They're pretty basic components, so hopefully we'll be able to find it in one of these. And if not, well, I think we'll probably just take our chances and see how we do. Lots of nails. There's some wood. They find, ooh, they might have saw my hole. Oh boy, that is not good at all. Just a little, getting a little excited there with making that hole as big as it was. So if you didn't see what happened there, they found the damage to the prison, and so now they are on higher alert. And as you saw, there are dogs running around now, which there were not before. So as there's probably just a likelihood that there's going to be more guards than there normally would be. So it's a little scary. We'll basically just try to behave our best and follow the routine. Because I do not want to deal with those SWAT-looking guys in the guard room, because they probably will destroy me, given the opportunity. Well, let's see, retrieve soaps. I'll see, I'm gonna have to beat someone up for that. I don't feel like doing that. So we got some time here. So, if you didn't see here, they do have these payphones here, and you can always take an escape tip. I'm assuming that Meet the Crew is going to somehow lead me in the direction of how to infiltrate the documentary crew, which I will probably check out at some point, but I don't think that's a good thing to show in a video like this. That's something better experienced on your own, probably. So we'll kind of hang out, wait for the rest of the day. And one thing that we'll say about Escapists is that sometimes it can be a little bit boring while you know, something like this, where you kind of wait around for the next thing to happen. but it's definitely very open-ended. The way that I'm actually going to try to escape, we'll see how it goes, is very different than the first time that I escaped out of here. Actually did that in co-op, and we found a building up in the north part that seemed like no one ever went into, so we just went in there and dug a hole and just dug out the fence and then left. And it was pretty straightforward, nothing too crazy. Took some time because we had to get a lot of shovels and we had to get wooden support so that our tunnel didn't collapse on us. It was definitely a little bit more complicated, definitely had to find more stuff. But we escaped and everything was great, and we'll see how this one goes. So we're going to wait until roll call is done. We're going to have the lights out, and then we will take our poster down, put it back up, and knock a hole in the wall and make a run for it. And see how this goes. Win or lose, I think that's a good example of what Escapists 2 has to show you there. Really like what they've done with the interface, the way that the quests and stuff are panned out now. Now when you have quests that you need to do for someone, you're actually given, I mean, it's kind of cheaty, but you're given straightforward directions on how to actually on how to get that stuff. Okay. Oh, so hey, so it was a good thing that they that we upgraded our shovel, because they totally just fixed this. Oh, there's the repair, or there's the documentary crew. So we're gonna wait until they get out of here. Probably good. Let's get out of here. Gotta watch out for that searchlight there. They also got a pretty decent graphical upgrade to everything here, which I appreciate. Oh no. I didn't foresee this. Oh boy. Well, I think they saw me, but luckily I think I got back into my cell, went back to sleep. No one's any the wiser. What? I'm just sleeping? No, it wasn't me. No, they got me. I think I had a good idea for a plan. Obviously it was a little faulty because I didn't know what was on the other side of that wall once I broke through. So I probably just needed a little bit more tools, maybe a day or two more to craft that stuff and get prepared, and I would have it. But I think it's a good example of what you would, what you get from Escapists 2. Kind of imagine this, but then also take it in that you can. And now I'm in solitary. And of course, in solitary, we'll leave it this. Solitary, you peel potatoes. And that's how I think we'll leave it. Thanks for watching, and check out later when we will we'll have more coverage and a review when the game actually comes out next month.